I think Kawhi Leonard's a great player. I didn't know he was this good, and I thought Golden State was going to win in 5 or 6. They'll be lucky now, to win 3 in a row. They're going to get Kevin Durant back, which does make it interesting. Or I would assume Kevin Durant's going to play if he's practicing.
Well, his listing is questionable.
But I think it's going to be tough to win 3 in a row. Now, if they win tonight,
yeah, of course it will be.
But you can't look at it that way. You have to look at it one game at a time, of course.
Yep.
And I do think the dynamics change after each game. So if they can steal one, or win one.
And part of me wonders the dynamics of they brought Boogie Cousins back. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if they were so. I know by minutes, Portland actually had the lead more than Golden State in the Western Conference Finals, but they swept Portland.
Mm-hmm.
And there was that talk that they're a better team without Kevin Durant. The assists were up. They were moving the ball. Steph was great. Clay was great. Draymond Green with triple-doubles all the time. But they haven't looked the same in this series. I know Jason was high on Toronto's defense. I don't know if it's as much Toronto's defense or when you bring somebody like Boogie Cousins back.
Very good.
When Boogie Cousins comes back, and I know he's not playing 40 minutes a game, but it just looks different, the offense.
Yeah, well, it is different. I mean, Klay Thompson missed the game. They lost that game. Looney was hurt. Now he came back for game 4, and he played, I think, 20, 25 minutes. But, yeah, inserting Cousins is different. You're not used to seeing it, and he hadn't been great. He had one pretty good game.
He's so slow.
He's just slow. He's still not in shape, doesn't play any defense. So it's just a different dynamic. Yes, if they're going to win this series, they need KD back. They're not going to win it without him.
But you got to remember, even if they get KD back, he's going to be a diminished KD.
Sure,
he's clearly not right. If he plays, he's trying to get out there. So I would minute, and I would expect limited effectiveness.
Although we're right at the time frame that they tell people you can come back from the pop calf.
Yeah,
which is that 4 to 6 weeks. Now he's on the lower end.
I think it's more than that. They say if he practiced yesterday, they said it wasn't much. They're saying he was one of the first guys back in the locker room, and then they saw him walking around with ice packs around the lower part of his right calf and his Achilles. So
I didn't see that. Yeah, he's not going to be 100%.
He's not anywhere near right. If he plays, they're forcing it. I'm reading that. I'm getting the sense he's not going to play.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to play either.
Although I read something where some of the Warriors players.
Yep.
Although I read something where some of the Warriors players are questioning what's going on with KD. Like they expect him to be back. They expect him to be back in the last game.
I don't know.
It depends on what he's telling people.
But maybe he doesn't care about the Warriors team because he's going to bounce anyway.
That's what I think is the
Cakes'
case.
theory. I don't think that's it at all. I disagree with that vehemently.
I think that I think it's in play. I don't think it's the main reason he's out, but I think it's a component.
And the last thing he wants to do is re-injure it.
I think that's the biggest
and pop
thing.
it. I mean,
he doesn't want if it's
and
Achilles.
He's going to be thinking about it.
If we're talking about Achilles, you got to be careful.
His career's on the line.
Your career's on the line. So
I'm not going to assume he's playing either.
I would not assume. I would assume if he plays, it would be very limited.
Look, if he comes back and they win, it's going to be mega interesting. Could he win the Finals MVP just playing 3 games? Let's say he comes back and he's Kevin Durant, and they win these next 3 games.
Sure, but he's not going to be Kevin Durant. He's going to come back and be like a spot-up 3 shoot. That would be my guess.
Why would he come back anyways? Because it already shows that they need you to win.
Yeah.
And the only thing you can do is come back and lose. Then all of a sudden it's Toronto is
no,
just
but why
better.
can't you come back and win? You think it's
insurmountable? Yeah. I mean,
but
you
I
have to
think
win
for
3
legacy,
games.
I would say it's a can't lose.
Teams have come back from 3-1.
Oftentimes we talk about can't win situations. For KD, it's a can't lose. So if he comes back tonight and they lose, that's what's expected, right? But if he comes back and they win, that is a huge feather in his cap in terms of legacy, especially for all these people that say, I just joined the Warriors and got 2 rings that way.
I don't know. Why I wouldn't come back because it already shows that they need you. So why spoil it?
Well, because he's a competitor.
Well, because he wants to win another ring.
Yeah.
That's why he's there.
The possibility, though.
But he's not going to come back.
I don't think that's going to happen. But what if you just you have that little silent protest? You can come back, choose not to, and Golden State comes back to win. They are a great team.
They
That's
can
the thing.
easily
Steph
win
scored
3 games in a row.
I mean,
it's not impossible for them to win 3 games in a row.
Without Kevin Durant. I mean, I remember in the Portland series, we kept talking about, Jace kept bringing up the record without Kevin Durant. It was an unbelievable record.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually better winning percentage without Kevin Durant in the last couple of years than with him.
I just don't see them winning 3 in a row. Toronto's too good. Toronto's excellent defensively. They're not just good; they're excellent.
And they don't.
And Golden State's gonna have to win 2 games there. I just don't see it happening. You know, KD's not going to be 100%. Klay Thompson's not 100%.
I certainly wouldn't bet on it. It's like a crazy. But I just think that they could.
Is it possible?
I think that they could.
But it's not probable.
I don't think it's likely.
Well, it just seems the most unlikely scenario to me is how are they going to slow down Kawhi Leonard?
He's killing them.
He can't stop him at all.
He is killing them.
I knew he was a great player. I didn't remember him being this great.
Well,
because last year we didn't see him.
That's what I'm saying. You weren't watching him every single night.
He did win the Finals MVP, but it's not like he pimps himself. He doesn't. You know what I mean? He doesn't promote himself
super
at all.
Low-key guy.
Well,
which is weird that he's desperate to go to LA.
But they also have
California.
They have, if it's Van Vliet or if it's Ibaka or if it's Siakam, they have another guy that could, in any game, could go off. Right. And that's what Ibaka did in Game 4. Van Vliet did that in, I don't know, whatever game that was. Siakam did it in Game 1. I mean, they just have the capability of having another guy help him out, but Kawhi has been unbelievable. In the third quarter, in Game 4, you couldn't stop him.
Right.
I mean, he was incredible. And they outscored Golden State by 16. So, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. What time's that game start tonight? 9?
I think 9. They say 9.
Yeah.
So it'll be 9:20-ish.
9:15-ish.
Yeah, it's a late.
Doesn't this show you that like the regular season is just so meaningless? Because we all knew Toronto was good, right? And then all of a sudden in the playoffs, they're just like a totally different team.
I don't know that it's meaningless. Because
Not mean.
you got 2 number 1 seeds.
It's jockeying right. For position.
Jockeying for home court.
Yeah, but in the playoffs, it's like their numbers are totally different.
Remember that they made a trade. They also made a trade, which I think helped them. Which we're not talking about Gasol that much, but he's a really good defender and he's a good passer.
Yeah,
he
made them better.
He allows them to bring Serge Ibaka off the bench.
He made them better. He doesn't score a bunch, but he does a lot of good things.
He
You're
can
right.
shoot the 3 ball too.
But look, the best teams always advance. I mean, the 1s and the 2s always advance in the NBA playoffs.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say anyone was talking about Toronto as one of the best teams in the NBA heading into the playoffs.
Well, they were one of 4 teams. Everybody's talking about the Bucks.
Everybody's talking about the Warriors.
Sixers, and that was it, right?
Yeah. Oh, I guess by the way, the Bucks had home court, right?
Yeah,
the Bucks did. Yeah.
But people talk about the Bucks, the Raptors, the Sixers.
Look, what out of those 4 in the East is going to advance? Is it going to be Boston, Philly, Milwaukee, or Toronto?
But the general
Toronto
thinking
proved that they're the best
was
team.
that the Golden State was going to win their third straight.
Oh, absolutely. They were a heavy favorite.
Yeah.
But we also thought KD might come back earlier, right? We thought we didn't know Klay Thompson was going to get injured.
Right.
I mean, there was a lot of unknowns there.